It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good evening. Good afternoon, I should say. Oh, what a start. We're here at the home of the Blue Devils, getting you set for round one NJSIAA Central Jersey Group 3 playoff action as the Blue Devils of Ewing High School host Middletown North. And we're getting ready to go. Chris Ermer along with Mike Warren and Gus Barber. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by Capital Health System. Haldeman Ford Subaru, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow. Thanks to the New Jersey Education Association, the Revere Restaurant, outstanding Italian cuisine in nearby Ewing Township, New Jersey. Thanks to the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office and Angelo Onofre. Team Toyota, helping to make portions of today's game possible, thanks to the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, and Hyundai of Trenton. This is the Trentonian pregame show, and we got a doubleheader. A high school hoops matinee on WBCB as the Blue Devils have earned a home game in both the boys and the girls bracket. And we have both games coming your way. First things first. Again, Ewing hosting Middletown North. Ewing with an impressive 24-3 overall record. And we're looking forward to this one. Middletown North, they were one spot out of the playoffs as they entered postseason play. And it sounds like the 16 seed kind of opted not to take the trip. And Coach McGee said, hey, our girls were ready to compete. It was a universal decision on our part to say we want to mix it up with one of the best teams in the area. And, that's having some fun, playing some high school basketball. It was more than an hour trip to get here today. But all of that, I think, adds to the fun and the experience, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a Ewing team that, coming off of their second consecutive Mercer County Tournament Championship, the #1 ranked public school in the state of New Jersey, the #7 ranked team overall in the state. And when you talk about this Ewing Blue Devils team, you have to mention their talented junior class, led by Ryan Stokes, Tayala Del Fossey, and Joy Johnson, the three-headed monster for this Ewing Blue Devils squad. They get the job done simply. And when we had the privilege of covering them during the Mercer County Tournament on WBCB, it was myself and Rich Fisher covering both their semifinal and championship game, and Fish put it plain out for everybody. He said, sure, you can stop one of them, you could stop probably two of them, but the other one's going to go off. Whether you stop Ryan Stokes or Tayala Del Fossey, Joy Johnson will hurt you. If you stop Joy Johnson, Tayala Del Fossey and Ryan Stokes will hurt you. So how do you stop those three? You really don't. You have to try and limit them and make other Blue Devils hurt you, like a Shawnee Biggs, who's the point guard that always seems to find herself in the middle and in the right place at the right time. And this Ewing team, they score in bunches. Both the games in the Mercer County Tournament that we covered at Cure Insurance Arena, within the first 2 minutes, they scored 10 points in both of those games and forced the other team to call a timeout because their defense to offense is so good. Ryan Stokes forces 6 steals a game at least. She's averaging closer to 7 after the Mercer County Tournament, maybe even above 7 steals a game. That's unheard of almost in basketball. 7 steals a game, that's pretty remarkable stuff, honestly. And at the girls level, she's a Division I recruit already as a junior, 1,000-point scorer. Something you mentioned to me, Chris, is that Tayala Del Fossey, she's 86 points away, you said, from 1,000 points. Again, how talented is this junior class? That's how talented they are. 2 1,000-point scorers just about on this roster. It's really hard to stop them.
Talent at both ends of the floor, stifling defense, great scoring for the Ewing Blue Devils. And Gus, already Mercer County Tournament champions, but this game today starts them on a whole new journey. You got to put that success behind you and start fresh, and I don't think that's going to be a problem for the Blue Devils, but it's certainly something where, their past success, all the stats, the great play that Mike was just talking about, doesn't really mean anything when you come into today's game and into this next bracket, the Central Jersey Group 3 level.
Yeah, and this team, they're looking to be a great team. And if you want to be a great team, you got to have that mentality of trying to put everything in the past. The future in the now is in the now.
Right.
And right now they have a great chance of trying to run it and go deep, and it all starts right here, right now in this game. And you just got to look at this game and just try to take your advantage and go one step at a time.
Well, the Ewing Blue Devils, the 1 seed, Middletown North, the 16 seed, and we've got a great day of high school basketball on the WBCB Sports Network. Mention a doubleheader here at Ewing High School. The girls and then the boys will host Freehold Borough also in this opening round of NJSIAA Central Jersey Group 3 play. But we've got 2 other games on the network as well, as Red Bank is taking on Nottingham, and that game starting just about the same time this one will. And then tonight, the nightcap is Somerville and Hamilton West, and that's some boys basketball action. In fact, the winner of this game, Ewing and Middletown North, will move on potentially to play Hamilton West in the next round. The winner gets either Hamilton West or Colts Neck, and again, that game starting just about when ours is going to begin. Kind of a neat President's Day thing, a special Monday where the kids aren't in school, so we can have 4 games on WBCB, a doubleheader here at Ewing High School, and have a ton of fun with some high school hoops action. All right, well, we're going to step aside, return for a little bit more of our Trentonian pregame activities. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action on WBCB, you can read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the Trentonian. And we'll take a look at starting lineups when we return in just a moment.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes.
Welcome back to Ewing High School, home of the Blue Devils. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First for Ewing, the 1 seed here in Central Jersey Group 3 opening round action. Shawnee Biggs gets the start, the junior guard in the starting lineup, and has a knack for hitting from outside. And she'll be joined by Tayala Delfas. Again, Mike mentioned a bit ago, Delfas 86 away from reaching the 1,000-point milestone in her high school basketball career. The junior guard / forward out there with Ryan Stokes. Ryan Stokes and Joy Johnson, they've been playing together since they were 5-year-olds. I asked Coach Monty about the feeder programs and how he's really come into an embarrassment of riches when you look at the talent on this team. And he pointed that, these girls have played together for a long time, and those 2 in the starting lineup, Ryan Stokes and Joy Johnson, he pointed out specifically that they've been playing together since they were 5-year-olds. That's quite a bit of experience. And then rounding out the starting 5 for Coach Monty is Kyla Durham, also a softball player. She's the only kind of outsider from the Ewing area, moved here from the Passaic area. And right now it looks like we will get the player introductions. Middletown North starting with Amy Tanglau, Emily McCarthy, Jaden Yervis, Danielle Gonzalez, and Carly Aber. Very young team for the Lions. All right, here we go, our starters.
Starting at guard, 5'3" sophomore, number 11, Emily McCarthy. Starting at guard, 5'4" senior, number 5, Amy Tanglau. Starting at guard, 5'5" sophomore, number 24, Jaden Yervis. Starting at guard, 5'7" freshman, number 25, Danielle Gonzalez. And forward, 6' sophomore, number 34, Carly Aber. Middletown North head coach is Justin McGee and assisted by Ryan Rasmussen and Bob DeVito. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Ewing Blue Devils. Starting at guard, 5'9" sophomore, number 32, Kyla Durham. Starting at guard, 5'5" junior, number 11, Shawnee Hayes. Starting at forward, 6' junior, number 13, Taylor Delapine. Starting at guard, 6' junior, number 24, John Johnson. And at guard, 5'9" junior, number 15, Brian Stokes.
All right, there's our starters, our officials, Merle Challender, George Costin, and Nick Beers. The Middletown North Lions led by head coach Justin McGee in his 6th year, and Ewing, of course, led by Coach Monty. And right now we'll step aside as they honor America with the playing of our national anthem and return for the start of today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese remind you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
This is Angelo Onifree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small
All right, back here at Ewing High School, ready for the start of today's game. Again, the starters for the Lions of Middletown North, Amy Tanglau, a senior guard, the only senior on the roster for the Lions. Out there with Emily McCarthy, a sophomore guard, Jaden Yervis, sophomore guard, the freshman Danielle Gonzalez, and Carly Aber. They're big in the center. And for Ewing, again, you got Shawnee Biggs out there with Del Foss, Joy Johnson, Ryan Stokes, and Kyla Durham. And underway here in the opening round of NJSIAA Central Jersey Group 3 playoff action. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber and Mike Warren. Great to have you with us. Ewing gets it inside and one. An early bucket and send Joy Johnson to the line to try for the three-point play.
Early and often, Chris, is how this Ewing offense gets going. They get it inside quick this time. Joy Johnson, one of the best in the state. You go into NJ.com, you're going to see Joy Johnson's name as one of the best post players on both sides of the floor, one of the best shot blockers, and one of the best finishers, showing it right there.
Not quite at the line for her, but an offensive rebound, and the Blue Devils keep it alive down at this end. Three on the way. Not that time, but Johnson with the board. Her putback blocked. Nice job defensively by Aber. Snuffs it out. Now Ryan Stokes finally gets the ball bounced to her. Nice cut to the bucket. And the floater is good from Del Foss. Makes it a quick 4-0 game with just over a half minute gone. Lions get into the corner just in front of us. Mid-range jump shot, no, and Johnson gathers up Tanglau's miss. And on the other end, she fires up a jump shot that banks home. The bank open for Joy Johnson. She's got 4 of their 6.
6 points in 53 seconds, Chris.
Well, it was something you referenced in our Trentonian pregame activities, the quick starts the Blue Devils have gotten in their Mercer County tournament games. And looks like they're off to another quick start here today. Just a little bit more than a minute gone by, already a 6-0 score. Stokes into Biggs in the corner. Just a patient possession here, looking for a good shot. Biggs with the pump fake. Cross court, Biggs, long 2, she got it. Shawnee Biggs.
Again, we talked about that a little bit during the pregame show. Right place, right time. They're going to give her space like that. She's going to make you pay more times than not.
3 on the way from the Lions, too strong for Gonzalez. And in transition, the Blue Devils turn it over. Looked like they had an opportunity there to extend this lead a little bit, but out of control, and here come the Lions. Working against this zone defense. And as one teams just have not been able to unlock it.
How can you when you have such great length at the top with Tayala Del Foss? Her wingspan, me and Gus were talking about it off the air. Tremendous wingspan and length that Tayala Del Foss has. She really affects a lot of passing lanes with her arms.
Yeah, there they did break it loose. I think it was Durham that time who knocked it away, but then it's turned right back over to the Lions. Still looking for their first points. Maybe from 3, yes. Tanglau with the 3-pointer. Coach McGee singing her praises before the game. Also a flag football player for Middletown North. And what Coach McGee called an overachiever. Her senior leadership has been so important to the team. That time Joy Johnson, her long 2 rims out.
Like a school flag football team?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish they had that when I was in school. I might have played football.
He mentioned a bunch of their athletes get that 2-sport experience. Tanglau with flag football, but others little varsity softball, varsity lacrosse. But here they, backcourt violation, turning it back over to the Blue Devils. Stokes out. They're on the wing to Del Foss. Now Durham, nice job by Joy Johnson to get position inside. And she finishes the job with a bank shot to make it 10-3.
How do you stop her inside? I mean, two people on her just about every single time she's gotten it on the low block, and she's finished through 3 out of 4 times at this point, I believe.
That time the Lions with some decent ball movement. They get the shot off from McCarthy, and then underneath a whistle, a foul. It goes against Middletown North. Picked up by Tanglau. And the Blue Devils get back to work. A 10-3 score here with just over half of the first quarter gone. Joy Johnson inside, passes across the paint, but they're gonna say she moved the feet, walks with it, and turns it over on the travel. That's one way you can slow her up, get some defenders in front of her. Tried to get it to a teammate, but shuffling the feet, and that's just a kind of mental error maybe by the Middletown North, a backcourt violation. They threw it over the timeline and then threw it right back again. And you can't afford that kind of play against when you're a 16 seed going up against a 1 seed.
Nah, those are the type of mistakes that'll drive a coach crazy.
Del Foss.
And that's something she can do as well, Chris. She had 5 3-pointers in the Mercer County Tournament Championship game, finished with 24 points. The most valuable player of the Mercer County Tournament.
That pass turned over. Kyla Durham with the steal. Yeah, she's got that 3 levels of scoring. You can shoot from outside, mid-range game, and score inside as well. And there's Del Foss calling for it inside. Instead, they give it to Johnson, who's got good post position. No, Durham offensive rebound. Her putback is no good. Del Foss another shot at it. She gets fouled.
You mentioned she's a 3-level scorer. The things that she can do, it's almost scarier when she starts getting it going from inside than outside because of that length, her ability to get second and third chance opportunities, tipping the ball to herself. When they're able to go high-low between Del Foss and Johnson, it is really fun to watch, and it's really when the Ewing Blue Devils are at their best offensively.
And that was a fun series as they were really attacking the glass right there. Second, third, fourth opportunities, and it results in free throws. Del Foss off the mark with her first of 2. Makes it 14-3. Del Foss now with 8 points for the Blue Devils. And a timeout taken by the Middletown North Lions comes with 2:52 to go first quarter. Gives us a moment to let you know today's game made possible in part by the Italian People's Bakery. Proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Check them out, their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. You drive by and smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located at 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Well, of late, the Ewing Blue Devils have made their home at the Cure Arena in Trenton. It is still called the Cure Arena, right, Mike?
Cure Insurance Arena, yeah, it's still called the Cure, and it was.
You guys were. I missed some of those games, so you were at the arena.
I was there for both days. It was a good turnout. It's always a fun time and a great venue. 2 great championship games we had on display. The semifinal games were all fun as well. Not to say that they weren't great either. They were honestly really entertaining. The Ewing Notre Dame game, the boys game was great, down to the wire.
They get it into their big. She tries to kick it back out again, and it's stolen by Del Foss. I just bring it up, Mike, because it's interesting adjusting to those different venues
Sure.
is part of the challenge at this time of the year. And certainly the Ewing Blue Devil girls team didn't have too much trouble playing in the Cure Arena. And now you get back home. These are maybe even some friendlier confines.
Without a doubt.
3 on the way from Johnson. No, but it's rebounded by Biggs. Another second chance for the Blue Devils.
I mean, this is a team that's just made for the moment. When you look at them, Coach Monty has put them to the test throughout the entire season. They've done a remarkable job playing at any venue, multiple arenas this year, and they've performed very well.
Durham can't hit the jumper from right around the free throw line. Rebound for Aber. And Middletown is trying to set it up, but Del Foss with the steal up top, and she'll lay it home. Makes it 16-3.
Again, not many teams have that much length and wingspan at the top of their full court or half-court presses, but Tayala Del Foss, arguably one of one in that regard. Her ability to deflect passes, make passing lanes just that much smaller with her length, with her size. You're seeing it already, defense to offense. One of the many identities of this Ewing team. Sure, they can kill you in the half court, but when they're getting live ball runouts and scoring in transition, it's the reason why they're the #1 public school in the state of New Jersey for their girls basketball program.
Well, it's another quick start for the Blue Devils here this afternoon. 16-3 with 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and stifling defense. The Lions, they've only been able to get a couple of decent looks at the rim in the first quarter. And they're trapped, stolen away. Ripped it away from Iasparo. And nice ball movement. They get it inside to Durham. And she banks it home. 18-3 now, Blue Devils. As we're down to a minute remaining. Wow, good. It looked like Tanglau might have injured her ankle there, bringing the ball up the floor. There, Del Foss tips it away, steals it, and then knocks it off of one of the Lady Lions, Lorelei Davis, to win it back for the Blue Devils. Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on Amy Tanglau. She's wearing a brace on that ankle, and I think she gave it a little bit of a twist as she walked it up.
Yeah, she did. I saw that as well.
Del Foss trying to bounce it down low to Joy Johnson. A little too low for her to handle, and it goes out of bounds.
But again, you're seeing they're just not afraid. Doesn't matter how many of these defenders are in the paint for them. They're going to go right at them, try to get it into Joy Johnson, because they know the defense will collapse on her, and it'll create looks for Tayala Del Foss and for Ryan Stokes.
You know, we mentioned in our Trentonian pregame activities the Lady Lions and the fact that they were one of the teams that was willing to take this game and step up and play, make this trip today. And just another great start for the Blue Devils. And talking with Coach McGee before the game, he said, you know, we're going to compete, we're going to do everything we can, we're going to give it our all, but we realize kind of the odds that we're up against and the talent differential, that, not his words, but just, and after the first quarter, 18-3, another great start for the Ewing Blue Devils. High school hoops on WBCB. And we'll let you know that today's game is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. Cars priced from $2,000 up to $200,000 and everything in between. The all-new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, and other models. Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer with cars in stock at 1655 North Alton Avenue in Ewing Township. Well, mentioned it a bit ago, we've got a doubleheader of Ewing Blue Devil basketball on WBCB this afternoon, and we're sitting just to the right of Shelly Dearden, who's got her boys basketball team ready to take on Freehold Borough. We expect that one to get underway right around 3:30. Again, the winner of this girls basketball game will move on to play either Hamilton West or Colts Neck in the second round of the NJSIAA Central Jersey Group 3. And, talking with Coach Monty before the game, one of the things he was saying about his Blue Devil players is not only are they great on the court, but they've been great in the classroom, great in the community, and, really speaks to, I think that's how you raise the level of your program. You get the buy-in not just on the basketball court, but also in all the other things that surround the program and enrich the experience for everyone else.
Right, it's a culture, and Coach Monty's a large part of that. This is someone who coaches multiple teams at Ewing, understands the student body very well, and the type of kids that he has in his classroom and on his teams is Stokes just buries the triple there. But, yeah, it's a cultural thing without a doubt, and Coach Monty deserves a lot of the praise and a lot of the credit for that.
That three makes it 21-3.
As well as Coach Dearden, too, Chris. I mean, she laid the groundwork for this Ewing girls program, too.
Three on the way from the wing for the Lions, goes out of bounds and back to the Blue Devils. Yeah, I think you're right. Trickles down maybe from Coach Dearden and the position that she puts that boys basketball program in. There, a three from Del Foss, a little too strong. One thing for the Middletown North team that was disappointing for them, about 7 games ago, they lost what they consider maybe to be one of their best players, one of their juniors who got hurt. There's a bump, a foul. Now they're going to say out of bounds goes Lorelei Davis just in front of us, and it goes back to the Blue Devils. But that was a big loss for them, and they already have a very young team. You look at their starting lineup, they have a senior along with 3 sophomores and a freshman, so tons of room to grow. There's a three from Durham, way too strong,
pass.
But inside to Joy Johnson, and one.
I mean, it's just like backyard basketball or pickup basketball for these girls at times. You mentioned they've been playing with each other since they were 5 years old. You saw it right there. Stokes turning garbage into gold, a loose ball, one hand, scoop pass right inside to Johnson. And again, one of the toughest finishers, not just in the CVC, not just in Mercer County, but in the state of New Jersey, Joy Johnson, getting her work done early and really having to earn it so far.
Yeah, lightning quick recognition between those two. Her bucket makes it 23-3. As we got 6:38 remaining in the second quarter. Drop off pass, they get it around the perimeter. Inside jump shot. Aber doesn't quite get the bounce, and out of bounds it goes back to Ewing.
Been quite some time since we've seen a Lady Lions basket.
Del Foss nearly gets it taken away, but able to hold on to it, send it up the floor quickly. They get it to Joy Johnson, and she lays it in. Makes it 25-3.
Just when you think the play's starting to fall apart, it's really starting to come together for Ewing.
Lions get it inside to Aber, back out again. I think that's their best option, maybe to try to get Aber to go, but that pass up top is stolen away, and Ryan Stokes can't quite finish the play, but it's another steal for the Blue Devils, and another possession where the Lions just can't get anything, a good look at the bucket.
Yeah, this is not your typical 2-3 zone, Chris.
There's an outside shot. Offensive rebound, so a second chance here for the Lions. Then it goes out of bounds. It'll stay down this end.
Oh, my God, I hit our wonderful cameraman, Mike.
Got to do what you can down here, guys.
Look out, Mike.
Try to get a foot on that one.
Yeah, we're right here courtside.
It's a dangerous zone over here.
The team's warming up. We see 3 balls coming our way. As that one is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Middletown North. We mentioned that Ewing's Tayala DeFoss is about 86 away, or she was 86 away coming into today's game from the 1,000-point milestone. And I was talking with Coach Monty about that, And he also pointed out that some of his girls are nearing the 1,000 rebound mark. As Delphos inside passes it back out again, they'll say a foul on the floor. Some other girls are getting close to some big steals milestones. And I said, oh, wow, that's something that's an extra motivator. You know, a game like this, it's 25-3. You still have a lot to play for when you think about those career milestones. And Coach Monty was saying, they get it inside to Durham. Durham too strong inside. Her shot, though, won't fall. That, you know, these Ewing Blue Devil roots run deep. That three too strong. And that sometimes these milestones and the number of steals, the number of rebounds you get, Delphos can't finish down there, is something that the family talks about, your friends talk about. And so it has helped the Blue Devils continue to stay motivated. There's a steal from Stokes. She runs the floor, pull-up jumper. Doesn't quite get the bounce, but Delphos under there for an offensive rebound, has another one. Drops it off to Joy Johnson, and then inside to Durham, off the glass and good.
Yeah, Ryan Stokes, we talk about her offensive ability, the passing, the vision, the scoring ability, but the defensive ability is really something to highlight as well. Averages 6.5 steals a game. After the Mercer County tournament, she's probably averaging closer to 8 steals a game now.
And right on cue, as you talk about her, she tips the ball away twice.
Right. I mean, her offense a lot of the time comes because of her defensive effort.
About midway through the second quarter.
Another steal.
And there she is, taking that one away. Runs the floor, can't finish the layup. I think she thought she was fouled, doesn't get the whistle. Outside shot for the Lions. Danielle Gonzalez, pretty good look there, but won't fall for Middletown North. But those stats, you know, Coach Monty was saying that, you know, some teams kind of hide from them. And the Blue Devils, they want to embrace that stuff. They want to let the players know how many steals they got, how many rebounds they got. I think maybe other programs, here's Delphos, step back jumper, no. Out of bounds, back to the Lions. Other programs maybe think that the players are going to get anxious about that or press a little bit too much, think about their points more than thinking about wins.
Right.
And Coach Monty said, no, we embrace that. We want them to have that as an additional motivator.
Absolutely. That's the best mindset to have. You never want your players going into anything with question, with caution. You want them not thinking, playing their style of game. It should come second nature to them. And in terms of, you know, getting after it, personal accolades, those type of personal accolades better the team. Steals better the team, rebounds, assists, points, they all better the team. While it's great that your name is next to those things, it means that you're a winner, and that's what Coach Monty wants from his team. He wants winners.
There's a walk as Jaden Yervis turns it over with a little more than 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Get a doubleheader coming your way here on the WBCB Sports Network from Ewing, and actually a quadruple header if you talk about all 4 games on the network today. Joy Johnson galloping through the lane and scoops it home.
What a move.
Johnson now with 12 points, leading all scorers. And Stokes, another steal. And this time the lay-in is good.
Obviously, we don't know what caused the original 16 seed to not come here today, but I mean, you got to think it says a lot about this Ewing team that teams are considering not making the trip to come play them and just being like, oh, no, you can have this game. You can have it. You can make the trip. Again, we don't know what caused them to opt out. You know, there's a lot of things that could happen, injury, sickness, whole lot of stuff. But, again, there has to be an intimidation factor behind this when you see this Ewing team on your schedule.
Yeah, Middletown North said, you know, we're not going to be intimidated by anybody. Here's Delphos, fires away. Offensive rebound secured that time by Miller, and then inside Delphos fouled as she puts the shot up. You know, Coach McGee telling me that, you know, they do feel that they play some of the top state teams in their league. And so I think that was one of the things that they said, we feel like we play some of the best teams. We're Nothing new for us today, but
Right.
what a performance so far by the Ewing Blue Devils, 31-3 with a minute 43 remaining in the second quarter. And we'll remind you again, today's game brought to you in part by the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. Cars priced from $2,000 to $200,000 and everything in between. The all-new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, and other models as well. Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory ready for immediate delivery with cars in stock at 1655 North Alden Avenue in Ewing Township. And our player of the game will get a hoagie from the Italian People's Bakery. Proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. The Italian People's Bakery, their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. And drive by, smell the homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, and we thank them for their support. 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, also at the corner of Oxford Valley Road and Woodburn Road. And on West Trenton Avenue in Morrisville, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. So Middletown North talking it over. And now getting back to work with about 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Nice, they get it inside. I think they're not really set to get those shots off inside, but if they could maybe get those looks a little bit quicker here in transition. Del Foss with a beautiful drop off to Shawnee Biggs. Biggs banks it home, and it's 33-3.
Biggs making herself big that time, filling the transition lanes perfectly. And again, we said it in the pregame show, she finds herself right place, right time a lot.
Another steal for Stokes, but then lost the dribble, and it goes off of Middletown North and out of bounds. So with under a minute remaining, they get it back to Stokes, and she knocks down the three-pointer. That gives Ryan Stokes 8 points here, and a even bigger lead for the Blue Devils.
I don't know if she's even breaking a sweat yet, Chris. Just seeing her run back down the court. She seems pretty composed, calm. I don't see a bead of sweat down her face yet.
Inside out look, and looked like they were kind of daring Tanglau to shoot it, and she does and knocks down her second three. As we get down to under 15 seconds to go, Del Foss, sidestep, jumper, got it. That's a big-time move right there.
That's something she clearly practices, because you don't take that shot in a game unless you work on it over and over again. A defender in your face like that, and she was just as calm as could be knocking it down.
We've reached halftime, and the Ewing Blue Devils in front big time. 38-6, our score. We'll take a look at first half scoring and get you ready for second half action and talk a little bit more about the games on the WBCB Sports Network today. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber and Mike Warren, and we'll return to Ewing High School in just a moment on WBCB.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
The Gator, Jerry Blavitt, inviting you to come on by and experience true traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant at 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You're always welcome at the restaurant. I mean, it's like stepping back in time. You feel like you're dining in South Philadelphia or in New York's Little Italy restaurant. You can start the meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. You choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood, steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The restaurant is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private rooms are available for special affairs, plus we do catering. Remember, the Revere Restaurant, 609-882-6365. Again, that's 609-882-6365. Come on home and experience the true taste of Italy at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
This is Angelo Honor for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
All right, Blue Devils up at halftime, 38-6. First half scoring for the Middletown North Lions. Amy Tanglau, the only player to get in the scoring column. She hit from distance in both the first and second quarter. She has 6 points for Middletown North. For the Ewing Blue Devils, well, I gave Del Foss an extra 2 points. In fact, she wound up with 10, and the leading scorer out of that first half of play, Joy Johnson, had 12 points. So she had a dozen, 10 points for Del Foss. And then it was 8 coming from Ryan Stokes, 4 for Kyla Durham, and 4 for Shawnee Biggs. And we keep track of the points as best as we can. But the other stat, which I wish we had some insights into, how many steals, how many turnovers were part of that first half. I mean, Ryan Stokes, I think she had maybe a handful, 3 or 4 for sure.
Without a doubt, there was easily 5 steals from Ryan Stokes in the first half there, and the only reason we were able to count at Mercer County or at the Cure Insurance Arena the other night during the tournament was because she had about 4 or 5 in a row, it seemed like, for the Blue Devils, and neither myself nor Rich Fisher were keeping track of steals statistics-wise until that point. But once we realized she rattled off about 4 or 5 in a row, we both started keeping track after that. And it's not typically something, again, you have time to keep track of during a game when you're calling it and in the moment like that. But when somebody does it at such a rapid pace like Ryan Stokes, you need to keep track of that. And she turns, again, her offense is her defense. Her defense is her offense at times. The looks that she gets, you saw a number of them. She'd probably have close to 20 points if she made a number of the run-out layups she had. You can argue she got fouled on a couple and the whistles were silent. You could also argue that she just missed a couple as well on those run-outs. So Ryan Stokes, again, transition opportunities for Ewing, when they get those, they're nearly unstoppable and unbeatable.
Again, the Ewing Blue Devils beginning a brand new journey, Mercer County tournament champions, but this is the first round of NJSIAA Group 3 action, and was talking with Rick Fortenbaugh from the Trentonian at halftime briefly, and he didn't have all the details, but he was like, this team also made a really deep run last year. He was saying it was either the state final or the state semi, and they just wound up 4 points short. A team that also, he mentioned, they don't have any seniors.
Right.
So it's a team that still has room to grow and get better, develop further into next season.
It's scary. It's really scary when you think about it, Chris, because the fact that they're this good, and it's been 3 years of high school ball playing together, 3 summers playing AAU ball together and building that chemistry in those leagues, it's really, really scary when you think about the fact that they get one more offseason together, one more summer together, one more full season together here in the CVC and then in Central Group phase. I mean, man, it is just – this is quite the group, and they are really going to go down in the history books when it's all said and done here in Ewing.
And they put on a show in the first half for sure. Talking about going down in the books, Mike was talking with Coach Monty before the game about their Mercer County tournament celebration and how much they enjoyed that and were able to enjoy it as a team. And he said, you know, we're happy to put our name on that plaque again and to maybe challenge some of the great teams of Mercer County tournament history. Biggs with a steal as the Blue Devils continue that stifling defense. Del Foss in front of us will try a 3. Can't hit it, and the rebound secured by Aber. But kind of trying to put this program, and we mentioned their potential success even into next year with not graduating any players, bringing all this talent back.
Right. Yeah, they all come back next year, and you have to think, in the way too early polls, they'll be the favorite to win the Mercer County tournament again next year. What a pass.
3 a little short from McCarthy, and Durham just able to catch up with it to tip it, but it will leak out of bounds back to Middletown North.
Yeah, Stokes that time with that's a Division I level pass. That long, multiple skip pass down the court, a bounce pass to hit somebody in stride for a layup. Durham that time just a bit off with the timing, and maybe Stokes a little too quick with the pass. But yeah, that's a pass you see at Division I, WNBA type level right there.
I mean, talk about Division I talent and potential. You know, that's the other thing that next year going to be interesting to see where these student athletes decide to continue. There's Aber, good look inside, but it goes halfway down and pops back out again. Delphos with the jumper from the baseline, no. And McCarthy fights for that rebound. Nice fight from Middletown North in transition. Tries the floater, not there. And then Durham, playing cherry picker, is there for an easy layup. Kyla Durham now with 6 points, makes it 40-6.
And there was a drill that Durham and Stokes were working on before the semifinal matchup and before the championship. When they got to the arena, Stokes would throw the ball off the backboard as if simulating a rebound to herself, and then baseball pass it up ahead to Durham so she could practice her 1-2 step timing into a layup. And it was a transition drill that they were working on, and they implemented it a number of times during the tournament. You see them trying to do so here.
I tried to bounce it down low, and out of bounds it goes. Lions take over. A handful of these Lions players play for the shore shots down in the shore area. Ooh, nearly got the bounce there, and McCarthy, you could see her frustration after unable to make that connection. Up top, Ryan Stokes around to the wing. Delphos makes a move. Out to her teammate, step back 3, knocks it down as she gets knocked to the floor.
Right, I was just about to say, you could argue she deserves one more at the line. You got to give the shooter somewhere to land. That time the defender did not.
Still gets it to go 43-6. From the corner, 3 from McCarthy, not there. Opening round action over in PIAA. We saw the Pennsbury girls with a big victory over Pencrest. And it was such a big margin that they ended up with a running clock at some point. I don't think they have that over in Jersey, but it's something that, you know, in a lopsided game is, you know, seems warranted. You know, long 3 right there, that's a miss. And Joy Johnson hands off to Stokes.
No mercy in these New Jersey streets in terms of basketball. That's for sure. It's
halfway through the third quarter. Delphos with the 3. No Aber with the board. Quickly up the floor to Yervis. Yervis is cut off and tries to kick out, and it's taken away. Durham there sheds a defender. And a nice job there by Aber to still run the floor, get that rebound for Middletown North. Inside out, good ball movement. 3 from McCarthy. She's getting some open looks, and they're taking their shots in this second half, but Joy Johnson inside, Aber with some nice defense. A block there from Carly Aber, the sophomore center. Middletown North also going to bring back everybody except Amy Tanglau, so they're a team that's really going to grow from the experience they have gotten this season. And even in this game, there's a corner 3. Yervis a little bit short with that one. Weaving through defenders, Stokes looking for a whistle. Certainly there was a lot of contact. Whistles stay silent.
Yeah, I don't know how many foul calls the Blue Devils are going to get with this advantage on the scoreboard. It seems like the refs are kind of making them really have to earn it. Yeah, really letting them play.
Nice job there again. Carly Aber, she gets her first points of the afternoon and really has stayed in this one. It was a miss on the three, but she hits the stick back. It's 43-8. Delphos with a crossover, some oohs and ahs, and can't quite finish as she goes through the paint, but gets the whistle and a trip to the line. CC Brown Upshur comes on the floor for Durham. For the Blue Devils, Middletown North making some substitutions as well. Get it in up high to Joy Johnson, now inside to Brown Upshur. Tried to use the window, a little too strong on that one. Under 2 minutes to go. Aber there had a defender right in her face. It looked like she took a poke in the eye as she's trying to blink out a little bit of contact that she felt. Whistle silent at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, it seems like she definitely deserved a trip to the line for two there. She got hit in the face.
Biggs into Joy Johnson. Johnson to the line. And guilty of the foul is Aber. Carly Aber picks up her second of the afternoon. Little high school hoops matinee on WBCB. The Ewing girls and the Ewing boys both earning a home game in this opening round of NJSIAA playoff action. Third trip to the line for Johnson. And she gets the free throw, makes it 44-8. Might be the end of the afternoon for Tayala Delphos as she sits down on the bench. As we get down to the final 90 seconds of the third quarter. Yeah, our second game, the Ewing boys taking on Freehold Borough. The three is good. Makes it 45-11. Cameron Maurer with the bucket.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Ewing boys play today, coming off of a heartbreaking loss in the Mercer County tournament against Notre Dame. An overtime loss, losing by 1 with 0.4 seconds to go. Got to think they'll have an extra chip on their shoulder today, back on their home floor when these games really matter most here in playoff time.
Ryan Stokes' bucket makes it 47-11, and then after the Lions go across the timeline, they take a timeout with 52.7 remaining in the third quarter. And gives us a moment to let you know that today's game is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. Cars priced from $2,000 to $200,000 and everything in between. The all-new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer, with cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. And thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery. Stay with us as we'll have the Italian People's Bakery player of the game. And they get a hoagie for their efforts today. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, also at the corner of Oxford Valley Road and Woodburn Road in Levittown, and in Morrisville on West Trenton Avenue, the Italian People's Bakery. As we get back to it with just under a minute to go, third quarter. Shot from the corner, way too strong. Taylor Williams with the rebound. She runs the floor. Her shot partially blocked, stays with it. Another chance for the Ewing Blue Devils. Not that time, as the putback was missed by Miller. And it goes out of bounds, stays with the Blue Devils. I mean, so what do you think about that, Mike or Gus, about a mercy rule in basketball? In PA, there inside was Brown Upshur. Her shot a miss, but again goes off the Lions and stays down here. Quick inbound to Joy Johnson. And quickly gets the shot off and scores.
I think having a mercy rule or a clock implementation for the mercy rule would be smart at the Jersey side. Games like this is a good example, but at the same time, I mean, there are valuable learning moments and opportunities that you can give your players in these type of games, and you do learn a lot. You know, I know there's a large margin of deficit on the scoreboard, but you learn a lot from these type of games, especially when you have a sophomore or a junior-led team, and it sticks with you for a while, and it makes you never want to get back to that point again. So, I mean, while I am a fan of that proposal, at the same time, I see it from the other perspective as well. That, you know, again, the learning experience for these girls and for teams in the Garden State, it's valuable.
Certainly two schools of thought, and I think in PA, the mercy rule comes into play when the difference is greater than 40 points,
right,
and then they'll start to run the clock in the second half, just like they would during high school football.
Sure.
But that mercy rule, even in Pennsylvania, is relatively new. I mean, we've had the mercy rule in high school football for many years, it seems like.
And that's here in Jersey, too. I think it's 30 in Jersey and it's 35 in Pennsylvania. So, again, I see the beneficiaries of both sides of the proposal, and I think it really has to come down to a meeting of the minds, the people that have the best interest in mind for the kids. Again, there's a learning moment in there in terms of taking a tough loss or a bad loss on the chin. If you're a young team, again, you know, you remember that, you come back the next year, and you don't want to feel that again. So I've played through many a game where we've lost by 30, 40 points, and the next year, you know, maybe we didn't win the game, but we came back and it was a lot closer than that and a lot different of a team. So you can grow from experiences like this, to say the least.
The other thing, this game may give the Blue Devils an opportunity to go a little bit deeper in their bench and give some of their players some great varsity level experience. That time Brown Upshur couldn't finish. The ball shaken loose at midcourt, and in transition, Kyla Durham.
Kyla Durham's already impressive, and she's just a freshman. I mean, she's pretty polished already. Still a lot more work to go around the basket in that regard. But as a freshman, how can you not be impressed with what she's done for you this season? Starting the majority of these games, she's one of your best rebounders, one of your best transition threats, and always seems to fill the lanes the right way in transition. 3 more years of her to go as well, and 1 more year with this junior class. I'm really excited to see her sophomore season as well on top of this year.
Nice job by Layla Iasparo. Catch and shoot, and makes it 51-14.
So now you got Durham running the point. This is a valuable experience for her. Granted, they're up by a lot. This is something that she doesn't get to do a lot, but she might be asked to do once this junior class is out the door.
Joy Johnson there forces up the shot, gets her own miss, and makes it good. 53-14 now. And Joy Johnson continuing to add to her impressive stat line. She's got 18
a steal
with a steal there up to Durham. Good look up the floor.
She can do it all, Chris. Stealing, passing, scoring, rebounding.
And that one got her teammate into double digits. Durham now with 10 points. Kick out, yes. Again, Iasparo, back-to-back threes for Middletown North. And just to get back to that conversation about a mercy rule or whatever, you know, sometimes the coaches will say, look, let's win this quarter. Forget about the rest of the game.
Right.
And again, you develop that experience that you were talking about, Mike, and there's a runner along the baseline, and she gets the roll. Kyla Durham taking over in the fourth quarter. 6 fourth quarter points for her. And some great shooting from outside for the Lions.
Yeah, they're really not afraid to let it fly.
And they've got players now on the floor. I don't know if I missed this on the roster they sent me, but I did not have a number 2, and that's who just hit that three-pointer, so I apologize.
It happens every once in a while. One of those late, maybe a JV call-up, somebody who's a swing player.
I think so. Outside, there she is again. Side step 3. A little too strong. Brown Upshur up the floor to Joy Johnson. And Joy Johnson with another lay-in. Little Euro step and whistle and a foul on Brown Upshur. Lorelei Davis getting to the line. Yeah, 4 games on WBCB today. Going on right now, of course, Ewing and Middletown North. Also, you got Red Bank taking on Nottingham. And then we'll have the second Ewing basketball game here as the boys take on Freehold Borough. We expect that one to get underway around 3:30. And then the nightcap tonight, Somerville and Hamilton West. And catch all the action on the WBCB Sports Network, WBCBsports.com. Thanks for being with us today. Durham making things happen underneath, and she pokes that one away and is going to pick up a foul. Her second here of the afternoon. So I don't know, we need a score update from that Hamilton West or Colts Neck game. Also saw that was expected to tip right around 1 o'clock, so maybe we can check Twitter, see if we can find out who the Blue Devils will play next. That game will be Wednesday night. And we hope to have it for you on WBCB. It'll be another home game for the Blue Devils as they're the top seed in the bracket. And they'll be taking on either the 8 or the 9. Whistle foul on Miller. Picked up by Cameron Maurer. As we're down to we're halfway through the 4th quarter. The midway point. Nearly thrown away. Williams hangs on to it, gets it inside. And that time fouled is Brown Upshur. Lorelei Davis. Not intimidated, ready for that physical play. Gonna make her earn it from the line.
Last I saw from our good buddy Rich Fisher for the other game on WBCB right now, Nottingham leads 15 seed Red Bank 41-27 at the half. Second half is underway. Dom Raymond, 17 points on 8 of 9 shooting for Chris Raba's Nottingham North Stars. Raymond, the Trenton Catholic transfer. And he's fit in quite nicely with Chris Raba and the North Stars. One of the better big men of late in Mercer County.
61-21 now, and Durham tips it up top. It's stolen away by the Blue Devils. They send it up the floor to her, and she lays it home. 8 fourth quarter points for Kyla Durham. Well, I typed in Ham West, and I got something that came up about a ham sandwich here or something.
Nice.
So, in the paint, shot taken by Miller, and then a whistle foul. So I'm not looking for a ham sandwich update.
Can never go wrong with a ham sandwich, though.
I'm looking for a ham sandwich update. Where do you find those on Twitter?
Hamilton West or Colts Neck. Up next here is Miller with 2 at the line. This time I spelled Hamilton with an 8. That's not going to work. All right, hold on a second. CC Brown Upshur gets a round of applause for her efforts today.
Well, the Somerville boys Twitter page gave us a shout out on WBCB Sports, and we're broadcasting their game between Somerville and
1 of 2 at the line there for the Blue Devils. Yeah, Somerville and Hamilton West.
yeah.
Perimeter action for the Lions, and ends up with another Iasparo three-pointer. She's hit 3 in the fourth quarter. Credit to this Lions team. We mentioned right near the end of the season, there's Durham. That step back was a travel. They found themselves just on the outside looking in. The 16 seed then bowed out of the tournament, and Coach McGee asked his team, do we want to try to compete in the Central Jersey Group 3? And they said yes. They took a road trip up here more than an hour. There's another three-pointer, this time from McCarthy. Her first of the afternoon. Makes it 64-27.
Obviously, Ewing's defense has receded a bit since the start of this contest, but you can tell the Lady Lions playing a little bit more confident, understanding that there's a little more spacing on the floor and taking advantage of it, just letting it fly, not playing scared anymore.
Yeah, they got 12 fourth quarter points here and look like they're thinking about another three-pointer. Instead, they'll send it inside to Aber. Back out again around the perimeter and up top. Stay with the Lions this time. Everybody getting an opportunity to get some time on the floors. Blue Devils poised for a big round 1 victory. Up top, there's Tanglau. That's her third three-pointer. So of the 30 that the Lions have accumulated here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 24 of their 30 have come from beyond the three-point line. How about another one? Nope, but a foul on the shooter. And so an opportunity to narrow this gap a little bit more as Emily McCarthy steps up to the line, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 threes for them today. And now 3 shots for McCarthy as she was fouled from beyond the three-point arc. Gets 2 of 3 and then gets right after it and wins a jump ball. And Middletown North with the arrow. They continue to work hard with a minute left. Inside to Aber. Aber shot just a little bit short, but fighting for possession. The Blue Devils come away with it. Here's Williams. Williams looked like he took a shot to the face. Ball goes out of bounds. And it stays with Ewing. Impressive start for Blue Devil basketball. And a big hand for Precious Quay, who scores with under a minute to go, makes it 66-32. Kick out 3, Iasparo, not that time. Then Tanglau tried a jump shot, couldn't hit. Blue Devils continue to pour it on with under a minute to go, going for an inside shot that's partially blocked. Yervis races it up the floor, nice find as she gets it to McCarthy, who banks it in, makes it 66-34, and that'll just about do it down to 3 seconds remaining. Shot off the glass, not quite. Our final, Ewing 66, Middletown North 34, and the Blue Devils advance to the second round of NJSIAA Central Jersey Group 3 action. And stay with us now. We're going to step aside for a little bit. We'll try to talk to our player of the game. I think that's got to be Joy Johnson. Looking at this stat line, Johnson with 20 points based on my unofficial count. So we're going to try to bring her over quickly, talk with our player of the game, Joy Johnson, and pass along a hoagie from the Italian People's Bakery. And also, we're getting ready for high school boys basketball. Ewing will host Freehold. So we'll have all that coming your way. Stay with us on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.com.
All right, Mike Warren is standing by with our Italian People's Bakery player of the game.
Thanks, Chris. Here with Joy Johnson with the Ewing Blue Devils, our player of the game. 20 points tonight, a dominant victory, round 1 of the playoffs. Coming off of a very emotional victory, the Mercer County tournament. Huge celebration in the locker room after that one. How does it feel to keep that winning trend going in this one?
It feels really good to be able to keep the winning streak going. We have a lot of big plans ahead of us. We're planning to try to win states, get there, take the championship. So this winning streak we're on and this momentum we have right now is fueling us and moving us one step closer to winning states, what we're coming for.
When we talk about this junior class here at Ewing, yourself, Ryan Stokes, Tayala Del Fosse, you guys have all known each other for such a long time. So much chemistry, and you see it out there on the floor. How much fun has it been for you to play with them this season?
It's like playing with your best friends, playing with your sisters. We've been playing together since 6th grade. Me and Ryan have been playing together since 2nd grade. So being able to play with someone, see someone every day, literally in the summertime, in school, just having chemistry and like that sisterly bond, it definitely translates on the court and it makes the game 10 times easier.
A big win here today. What's the mindset of this team moving forward?
To keep winning. This is just one step closer to what we want. And it's every day, it's just keeps one foot in front of the other. We're coming for big things, so this is really just a small victory to something even bigger.
Well, Joy, you had a great output today. You put it together on both sides of the floor. Really good job. Congratulations. You're our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. You get a gift certificate to the Italian People's Bakery. You get yourself a free sandwich, and go celebrate with your team in the locker room.
Thank you.
Congratulations. The Ewing Blue Devils victorious here in Game 1 of our doubleheader. We'll send things back to Chris Ermer.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. Taking a look at the scoring in this first of our 2 games. Again, our player of the game, Joy Johnson, with 20 points, leading all scorers, but a bunch of Ewing Blue Devils in double figures. You had Kyla Durham, who wound up with 14 points, a big 4th quarter for her. Tayala DeFoss with 13, 10 points contributed by Ryan Stokes. So a total team effort by Ewing, and it kind of speaks to one of the points you made in our Trentonian pregame show, Mike, that 4-headed monster, and you see all 4 of those players factoring into the scoring column here.
Right.
You know, an impressive display by Ewing there.
Without a doubt. And you talk about good teams know what they do well. Well, this Ewing team knows their identity. They know what they do well, and they know what players do the things that they want them to do at the highest level. And when you're talking about that three-headed, that four-headed monster now, really, I mean, honestly, let's just call it a five-headed monster, really. 1 through 5, they're so balanced. Kyla Durham with a little breakout party here today as the freshman. But when you look at this team, Shawnee Biggs, Ryan Stokes, Joy Johnson, Tayala Del Foss, all 4 of them, the chemistry, the skill level, there's an accountability level with all 4 of them. If one person doesn't make the play, it's not getting on one another. It's chin up onto the next one. And you heard it right there in that interview with Joy. They're so driven on to the next one. This one was great. Let's have the 24-hour policy. We'll celebrate it, and let's move on to the next one because we have bigger aspirations ahead.
Yeah, Coach Monty referenced what he called lofty goals before the game for this team, but he said if we hope to reach those lofty goals, we have to take it one game at a time.
Absolutely.
And round 1 in the books. Big win for the Blue Devils, 66-30 the final, thanks to our sponsors, Capital Health System, Haldeman Ford Subaru, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, thanks to the New Jersey Education Association, the Revere Restaurant, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Onofre, Team Toyota, making portions of today's game possible, along with the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, and big thanks to the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. All right, we're going to step aside. Looks like we got about 90 minutes before we're going to get to the boys' game. I thought they might start right after this one is over, but we got to await the arrival of Freehold Borough, as I don't think they're quite here yet, and they also have a little bit of a ways to travel. And so we'll step aside, return in just a little bit. Thanks to the crew here, Gus Barber, our video engineer, helping to break down the game, Mike Warren behind the camera and with color analysis. And we thank you for being with us as well. One final time, our score here from Ewing High School, it was the Blue Devils 66 and Middletown North, the Lions 34. Thanks for listening and watching high school basketball on the WB.